Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring, a pioneer institution that has been helping more than 13,000 students to achieve the desired scores in OET, IELTS and PT examination since 2008. Especially for the people who are going to appear in the examination the day after tomorrow, this will be of great help for them to check whether they are ready for their listening subtest. If you find this video helpful, please share it with your friends, family members, as well as other WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Once you finish this test, please write down your comments as well. So the way I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this screen. You need to have a pen and a paper or an A4 sheet and a pencil with you so that you can write down the answers. I know it may be a bit hard.
Occupational English Test. Listening Test. This test has 3 parts. In each part, you'll hear a number of different extracts. At the start of each extract, you'll hear this sound. You'll have time to read the questions before you hear each extract, and you'll hear each extract once only. Complete your answers as you listen. At the end of the test, you'll have 2 minutes to check your answers. Part A. In this part of the test, you'll hear 2 different extracts. In each extract, a health professional is talking to a patient. For questions 1 to 24, complete the notes with information you hear. Now, look at the notes for extract 1. Extract 1, questions 1 to 12. You hear a rheumatologist talking to a patient called Harry Davis, who suffers from gout and is attending for a medication review. For questions 1 to 12, complete the notes with a word or short phrase. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
Now, Mr. Davis, I understand your GP has referred you to me so that we can review the medications you're taking for your gout.
That's right.
So, tell me a bit about this gout. When did it start?
Well, my first serious attack was last year. My wife and I were on holiday and I woke up one morning with a really bad pain in my left knee. Well, I never thought of gout because I always assumed that just happens somewhere like your big toe, and anyway, I'm only 40. I thought it was something only old people get. So anyway, it was all red and swollen and I decided it must be an insect bite. But I couldn't think how that might have happened, without me feeling something at the time. Or my wife suggested it might be something to do with the pills I take for my cholesterol.
Unlikely, I think.
But anyway, the pain didn't get any better. In fact, quite the opposite. I started to get frightened because I thought it might be a sign of something really serious. It was excruciating. So my wife thought I needed to get some help. So she phoned the local clinic and told them about my symptoms. They told her to bring me in. It was a good thing she was there. I was in too much pain to drive. I mean, I could only just manage to walk from the house to the car. Anyway, when we got there, the doctor took a look and said he wanted to take a blood sample. He said it might be an emergency because it looked as if it could be septicemia. So then we got really frightened. But about an hour later, they came back and said no, it wasn't, thankfully. But they thought I had gout. So actually, at that stage, we were quite relieved.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And the doctor asked if I'd ever felt anything like it before. Well, actually, then I remembered that in the winter, I play quite a bit of rugby and sometimes I'd get some soreness in the same place the day after, but I just thought I'd sprained it or something, and it would go away after a couple of days. But this pain's much worse, and it comes even when I've been resting. I've had it quite a few times since my first attack.
Right. So, what have you been taking to deal with the pain?
Well, at first the doctor at the clinic suggested I took some anti-inflammatories, but I can't say they made much difference. So when I got the next attack, I was at home and I went to my GP. She suggested I took, I can't remember the name, Col something?
Colchicine?
That's the one. So that dealt with the pain better, but it gave me awful diarrhoea.
Yeah.
I'd never take it again. And then I had a really bad attack. I think the doctor had got to the stage where, you know, she was already giving me really powerful medicines to no effect. So she gave me liquid morphine to take. It made me feel quite sick, actually. And I was a little bit away with the fairies, you know, walking around not quite knowing where I was.
Right. Did you try any other sort of treatment apart from the medications?
Yes, my GP said I could try using an ice pack, and that did make a bit of difference, but you can't have it on all the time. So anyway, after that, she said, let's try allopurinol, see how you get on with that. So I started taking that, but I didn't get on with it. It gave me a skin rash, so I rang her up, and she told me to stop taking it, that I'd better see a specialist. So here I am. Is there anything more you can do?
Well, I'm sure we can find something, maybe a combination.
Extract 2, questions 13 to 24. You hear a doctor in an emergency department talking to a patient called Gail Kennedy. For questions 13 to 24, complete the notes with a word or short phrase. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
Mrs. Kennedy?
Yes.
I'm Dr. Jarvis.
Hello.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Okay.
Now, can you tell me what's brought you here today?
Well, I got back from holiday 2 weeks ago, and I've been feeling awful ever since. It was a long-haul flight because we'd been to South America, and when I got back I felt awful. I thought it must be jet lag, but brutal, much worse than I remember having before. Anyway, I thought I'd get over it, but it actually got worse. After a few days, I was getting bad chills and non-stop shivering and achy muscles. I just felt lousy. I mean, normally I'm pretty healthy. I don't get a lot of illnesses. So I started to worry. I thought maybe I got meningitis. So I rang the doctor. When I told him where I'd been, he said I should come in and see him because it might be malaria. So I said, well, it can't be because I've been taking Malarone. I started on that 2 weeks before going away. I tried Lariam a few years ago, but it gave me really odd dreams, so I didn't want to take that again. Anyway, the doctor said some sorts of malaria are resistant to these drugs, and I know I did get a few bites when we were there. He gave me some pills to take for 3 days, just in case it was malaria.
Right. Can you tell me what they were?
Art something.
Artesunate.
That's right. And something else. Hang on, I've got the box here. Mefloquine.
Okay.
So I went home and I took the pills, but I didn't feel any better. In fact, I got worse. I felt really weak and I was sweating buckets, just dripping with it. I finished the pills yesterday morning. Since then, I've been really bad. I haven't been able to keep anything down. I was throwing up all day yesterday and had the most splitting headache. I've never had anything like it. So I rang the doctor again and he said the blood test had come back negative. But if I wasn't feeling better today, I should come into the emergency department and get some more tests done.
Right. Well, I'll just do a brief examination.
Okay.
You want to pop over there? Okay, so your skin's a good colour. I can't see any sign of jaundice, and your breathing's sounding pretty good. You haven't had any episodes of breathlessness, have you?
No. But yesterday, my heart was really racing.
Yes, there is some evidence of that now.
And something else. All this week, I felt as if there was something scratchy in my eyes, like sand or something, and they feel really dry.
I see. And have you had any abdominal discomforts?
Well, there's no pain, but I don't have any appetite. I can't really keep anything down, like I said.
Right. Now, apart from taking the anti-malarials, did you have any vaccinations before you went away?
Yeah, I had all the injections. Typhoid and what else? Not yellow fever, because I'd already had that before. But I did have one for hepatitis A.
Yeah.
And they were fine. I don't usually have any problems with things like that. Then, while we were away, I did get cold sores all over my upper lip. I've had them before, and I'd got some over-the-counter stuff for them, so I just used that.
Right.
Apart from that, I was fine during the holiday. I'm normally very healthy.
Uh-huh.
I did have breast cancer a few years ago. That was in 2011. I had a lumpectomy, so I was taking tamoxifen for 5 years. But I don't have to take it now.
Okay. So it's possible that this might be a reaction to certain drugs,
Oh.
but we'll need to do some more tests first.
That is the end of Part A. Now look at Part B.
Here is the answer key for part A of the questions. Let's go through them. You need to put a tick mark against the question, the answers you have got correctly, and then a cross mark against the questions that you have got incorrectly. So the answer for the first one is left knee. Remember that both left as well as knee is important for us to get the correct answers. If you write only knee, you're going to get 0 mark for this. Okay. And then the next one is an insect bite or just insect bite. Okay, both of them are the correct answers. For question number 3, the answer is cholesterol. For question number 4, the answer is excruciating. Question number 5, the answer is drive. Question number 6, the answer is septicemia. Both the spellings are appropriate, so you can choose any one of them and you'll still get the marks. Number 7, the answer is playing rugby or just rugby. Both of them are correct. And for question number 8, the answer is anti-inflammatories without hyphen as well as with the hyphen. So both of them are correct. For question number 9, the answer is awful diarrhea or diarrhea. So both the spelling are correct. So you can use either awful diarrhea or awful and then this diarrhea, the spelling with this diarrhea, or just the diarrhea. And for question number 10, the answer is liquid morphine. And for question number 11, the answer is an ice pack or ice pack. And for question number 12, the answer is a skin rash or skin rash alone. So this is the answer key for the second extract. For question number 13, the answer is jet lag. And for question number 14, the answer is meningitis. For question number 15, the answer is Malarone. For question number 16, the answer is sweating. For question number 17, the answer is splitting headache. If you write only headache, you will get 0 mark here. You have to write down both words, okay? And for question number 18, the answer is jaundice. Question number 19 has the answer really raising or just raising. So you can write either raising or both really as well as raising. Question number 20, the answer is ice. Question number 21, the answer is abdominal discomfort or abdominal pain. Okay, so you can write any one of them and you'll get marks. For question number 22, hepatitis A or hepatitis A, Hep A, both of them are correct. I will tell you one reason why Hep A is also correct, because this is a medical acronym. So you don't need to expand the medical acronym in part A of the listening. Okay. Now, question number 23, the answer is cold sores all over her upper lip, or cold sores all over upper lip, or cold sores all over her lip, or cold sores all over lip, or just cold sores. So we got 5 different answers for this one question. Okay, so any one of them is correct. And for question number 24, the answer is a lumpectomy or just lumpectomy. So you can write either of them. Either of them is going to give you the marks. Could you please leave your comment, with the number of correct answers in the chat window so that I would be able to go through that? And I'm pretty sure, this question paper is going to help you out a lot. If you can get at least 22 out of 24, I'm pretty confident your listening part A skills are quite good. Thank you.